Lights out. What's good, y'all? Y'all know it's Talk Ain't Cheat After Dark, and I'm your host, the MVP. So you already know what it's gonna be. We're talking about silent success. Yeah, it's one of the ones right there. When working on silent successes, some things are gonna come along with that. We want to give you some things to look out for when you're working on yourself silently. The number one thing is no explanation. You ain't got to explain yourself to nobody but God. That's it. We ain't got to offer no explanation. Anybody want to know what our goals are in the next 5 to 10 years, or what you're doing, how you do it, who you're doing it for? This all you got to say is Proverbs chapter 16, verse 3. Commit your actions to the Lord, and your plans will succeed. That's it. That's one of the best things about working on yourself in the quiet. You don't have to explain yourself, and appreciate not explaining yourself. That you giving away energy that you need for your goals and what you're working on and what you're doing. We don't have time for explanations, and if you don't understand, it's cool. That leads on to our next thing: is you're gonna be misunderstood. Yeah, like you're gonna have to get comfortable being misunderstood, because it's gonna come along with working silently. People are gonna want to pry. They're gonna want to they're going to want to know more about what you're doing, and when they don't know what you're doing, they're going to just offer their opinion, and you're entitled to your opinion. That's cool, but I'm cool with being misunderstood. I'd rather be misunderstood than having to provide understanding to people who are not doing what I'm doing or not in the same field. That's you gonna be comfortable being misunderstood, y'all. And that leads on to our next thing. Your results can be loud. Yeah, even though you're working silently, you're in the quiet, the results can kind of be a little louder than what you expect. So you got to be mindful of that when you get them silent, when you're working silently, and the results get a little louder, get even quieter. You got to keep them thrown off. Don't let them know too much. Don't give them too much. You got to just give them enough. When you give them enough, it's gonna get a little loud out there, but again, just get even quieter. So got some things to look out for. When you're working on your silent success, again, no explanations. You're gonna be misunderstood, and your results can be loud. But always keep this in mind: when you guard your lips, you guard your life. And again, as MVP, this talk ain't cheap.